What's going on, guys? Crypto here with another quick update on Big Guys. There is a lot to talk about. There's a lot to unpack in this update from Big Guys, and to be honest, I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna try to do my best to be concise and go straight to the point and really point out some issues that I see here. Okay, the first thing is, of course, that we have the one-step guide that they have been announcing since last week. It's already out here, which is a good thing. And there, but here's a little plot twist, okay? Which it says that they're offering early access plus double up on the big casino, okay? And so this 819 it's supposed to represent, I guess, big, okay? Because the 8, it looks like the letter B, the 1 looks like the letter I, and 9 looks like the letter G. All right, so kind of being a little sneaky there, right? But you know, it's pretty clever, I would say, having that 819 casino, but the 819 kind of looks like the letters B, I, G. But anyways, pretty clever right there. But right here is the issue, okay? And I've been seeing this on Telegram, and for some reason my Telegram is kind of down on my desktop for some reason. But earlier I was seeing that people are not really happy with this early access, quote unquote, I guess, strategy that they're doing, because the claim page, like it says right here in the bottom, claim page will be open at 16 hours for early access ticket holders only, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Then it will open for the rest of the community at 22 hours UTC plus 1, and I also will get into that here. But it's very important to add the plus 1 after the UTC, because it's going to make an hour's difference, and I'll show you guys that here as well. So let's jump right in here real quick. And if you guys are finding this video to be helpful and informative, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and also hit the bell so you never miss another video, another update. So let's get right into this. So right here, the claim now button, of course, is it's not going to work just yet, because it's going to be available on the 15th. Okay, so it's going to be visible so we can see it, but we won't be actually able to claim the tokens yet until the 15th, like we also read earlier, at 16 hours if, okay, here's a plot twist, here's the condition, if you guys are willing to buy a ticket. And how much does that ticket cost? 100 USD. All right, and here's what it says: Big Guys claim is about to go live. This is the moment you have all been waiting for. You'll be able to claim on the 15th of June, but before you do, we have 2 added unique features for our loyal and dedicated community. Click the claim button below and view your options before claiming. So what are those options? So when we scroll down here, of course, it kind of gives us like some instructions on how to claim your Big Guys. And at first I thought they were going to make like a movie tutorial or like a video on YouTube or something, but they didn't do that. Instead, they just wanted to do it like in a text, like written instructions instead. But here what it is, okay? Normally and basically on every time you claim your tokens, you have to use your same wallet, which is what they explain here. And so you have to make sure that you're using the same wallet, all right, that you purchase the presale token, okay, and then you have to use the same wallet to claim those tokens to actually get the real Big Eyes token, okay? So that's that. But here's the thing, okay? The early access ticket, it says claim your tokens and start trading the moment we launch Big Eyes before anyone else can, 6 hours later at 22 hours UTC plus 1. So you're gonna get like a head start. One ticket costs $100 USD, and the same amount will be credited to your 819 or Big Casino account when it launches on August 29th. So what they're trying to do here with this, and you see also with this other feature, quote unquote, is they're trying to get people to not sell, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit as well. So they're trying to do what they can to get people not to sell their tokens, because they are expecting a dump at launch, okay? And I also mentioned this before as well. And speaking of that, I got in like 2 comments that I received a few days ago saying that they received an email about this expectation from Big Guys, that even the team themselves, they recognize that they are expecting a huge sell-off, pretty much dumping the price. Now, can this mean that they're expecting just the retail investors like us, the holders, to dump, or are they also going to be part of that as well? You know, that's another question, but we really don't know. Okay, from this is pretty much just speculation, you know, that, you know, we can dump the price, but also they can also be part of it as well. But anyways, let's move on here to the second feature, quote unquote, which is double up and split the pot. What does this mean? It says pay 5% of the value of all your deposits, which sounds like you can make multiple deposits today, and double your total money value of all your deposits. Your extra balance will be credited in USD or Big Ice token to your 819 casino account or Big Casino account when it launches on August 29th for you to play with or withdraw. So this is very like interesting. Okay, like you guys are able to, let's say that if you want to get an early access ticket to be trading like 6 hours ahead of everybody else, then you guys can pay $100 USD. Okay, this is crazy. It's like all these early like being an early buyer is not enough anymore for big guys. It's like you need to be an early buyer and also an early claimer. All right, two clubs here. There's the early buyers club and the early claimer club. Okay, some people are saying that maybe they're trying to squeeze more money out of their holders. I don't know, but it's just very like I think messed up. But I guess they're trying to do what they can to avoid or mitigate as much as they can of dumping at launch. But yeah, so pretty much right here where it says double up and split the pot, it seems like you can make multiple deposits and you pay 5% and you're gonna double that August 29th when the big casino is already launched and stuff, which means more waiting time. Now let's go back a little bit on what I mentioned earlier about the expectations, the big guys devs or the owner or whoever's behind this project, that they are expecting it for the price to dump at launch. Well, there's this YouTuber here, and I'll have the link for his video down below if you guys want to go check it out. But pretty much he's explaining about the emails that he received. So on here, he was kind enough to actually upload this on his channel. This happened on June 7th. Let me see if I can pause it and show you guys here. So this is on Wednesday, June 7th. He got this big thank you letter, claim date announced, the announcement of the claim dates and everything, when that's going to be. And this again happened on June 7th. All right, on Wednesday. And then right here, we can see the following. So right here, they are kind of, what are their expectations? And it says that after having the pre-sales pretty much for like over 9 months, all right, they are saying that, and after giving so many bonuses, which is what I said as well, they're giving like so much, like free money at launch. People have all this free money, they're going to be tempted to dump. And this is exactly what they said. They said, for this reason, we are anticipating a slight sell-off. I wouldn't say slight, but they're saying slight sell-off when big launches. Obviously, the future is impossible to predict, and big could climb into kitty euphoria. However, we want to be as transparent as possible to our cat crew, but do not fret. The upcoming catalyst, Big Casino, okay, the 819 casino, is on schedule to launch on August the 29th. And this should see us return of our launch price of 0.0006, okay, if not higher. So they're saying that, yeah, there's gonna be a little dump along the way, but we're expecting to recover sometime in August 29th that we should be getting back to our normal launch price, if not higher. So that's pretty much what they're saying here in this in this email. All right, and courtesy of this YouTuber here, AZV TV HD. So shout out to him for sharing this. But yeah, so that's pretty much where the devs are kind of their expectations when it comes to this launch. Now, here's one important detail, okay, which is the time. So the claim tokens are for you to claim your tokens. We all know that it's on June 15th, but at 22 hours UTC +1. Now that +1 is very important. All right, whether if you plan to claim your tokens at the regular time for everybody else, for the community at 22 hours, or at 16 hours, which is the early access ticket for 100 USD, which again is just insane. What do you got to pay more when you're already, you're one of the early people? So why do you have to like charge them extra? But anyways, even though they're saying they're going to be adding this it's going to be credited to the big casino, but some people may not even be interested on that. They just want the pre-sale. But anyways, here's what we need to keep into account. Okay, so 22 hours, that's like military hours. In some countries, they still use this method. They don't use the AM or PM. They just use the straight up from like 1 all the way to like 24. and 24 hours it resets to 0. But anyways, 22 hours is the equivalent of 10 p.m. All right, let me repeat that again. 22 hours is the equivalent of 10 p.m. So what does this mean? If we were to use just a regular UTC, and this is what I mean, that the +1, it plays an important role, because you're going to be off by an hour if you don't take that into account. So just regular UTC, all right, it is 10 p.m. Let's say when it's 10 p.m. UTC, because again, that's if I'm using this right here, the 22 hours, all right, translated into just the AM PM is 10 p.m. All right, so 10 p.m. UTC is equivalent to 5 p.m. in Houston. All right. And if you're in Los Angeles, then that's 2 hours before this. That's going to be at 3 p.m., at Pacific time. And then if you're in New York, we need to add an hour to the 5 p.m., which is going to bring it to 6 p.m. But this is not the correct time. The correct time is actually more like this. All right. So 22 hours +1. Okay. And the +1 just means that they don't observe daylight savings. Like it says here, UTC +1 is a fixed time zone that never observes daylight savings. And right now, if you're here in the United States, exception of Arizona, because I don't think they even observe daylight savings. But anyways, the point is that the majority of United States observes daylight saving. So that's why, since they're using UTC and +1, meaning the time that they do not observe daylight savings, if you don't take that into account, it can kind of, you may stay like an hour off. But anyways, let's go back over here. So this is what the time is going to look like. I'll claim time, okay, for your tokens. So UTC +1 is 22 hours, which in Houston is at 4 p.m. So you notice is now 4 p.m. and not 5 p.m. okay, which is still 10 p.m. is the equivalent of 22 hours. But it's not going to be this one, okay, guys? It's not 5 p.m. It's going to be 4 p.m. because we are taking the +1 into account, which that means that if you're in California, it's going to be at 2 p.m. All right, so that's Pacific time. So that's 2 p.m. when you're going to be able to claim your tokens. And if you're in New York City, then we need to add an hour because they're an hour ahead of the central time where I'm at. So that's going to be at 5 p.m. All right, now this is 22 hours. All right, this is if you didn't get the ticket, you didn't pay $100, okay, to have early access, to pay that the price. But if you're willing to spend $100, then you're gonna get a 6-hour head start. So what does that mean? Let's go back over here. So if this, let's say if I were to put this at 16, so that means you're gonna be able to access your tokens at 10 o'clock in the morning if you're in Houston Central Time. And if you're in California, okay, then you're going to be able to, or like Pacific time, I'm just using California as an example, then you're going to be able to claim your tokens at 8 a.m. in the morning. And if you're in New York time, that's going to be at 11 a.m. in the morning. But again, that's if you're willing to spend that extra $100 to get an early access. But that's pretty much where we are with this token right now on the claiming. And some people are really not liking this. And to be honest, I also don't really like this strategy, what they're doing. But I guess, they're doing whatever they can to try to avoid as much dumping as possible. But here's another detail you also need to keep into account. As of right now, we still do not know when, at what time, Poloniex is going to be listing or launching Big Eyes, okay? So we have the deposit and trading, which is on June 15th, which is great. So we already know that, but the time, it says here, to be announced, and they haven't updated this at all. And I even tried searching on their Twitter as well, and I didn't find any information here, any updates about what time you're gonna be able to actually trade or deposit Big Eyes and then trade. It doesn't give us any information here under Twitter as well of the time, because again, we do know the date, we just don't know the time. So this also creates a potential problem. And I also try searching for other ones like OKX if they to see if they also mention any information of the time. And to be honest, they don't mention anything actually of Big Eyes that I was able to find on the internet. anywhere like in their blogs or articles. I didn't see any of mention of what time, because again, the only information that we have from OKX as well as for Uniswap is from Big Guys themselves. Okay, so that's the only announcement that we have is from just Big Guys themselves, but no official announcement from these other exchanges. All right, whether that's decentralized or centralized, we don't have an exact time, which again, that brings me to this point of a potential problem, because let's say that the closest information that we have or something official is Poloniex. Okay, that's the closest of a more official announcement that we have here from an exchange compared to OKX and Uniswap. So what is the potential problem is that Poloniex, sometime between now and the 15th, they announce the time of when is the deposit and trading, and it just so happens to be somewhere between 16 hours and 22 hours UTC +1. So you guys see the potential problem there, that means that the early people who are able to claim their tokens, they're going to have a head start to trade before those who are able to claim their tokens at the 22 hours, all right, UTC +1. So that's going to be a big problem. Why? Because let's say that the early access of holders for Big Guys, let's say that you're willing to spend $100, you get to access your tokens, 6 hours before the actual claim token time. All right, but the token is going to be listed on Poloniex, let's say that at 18 hours. All right, UTC +1. So you guys see the problem there. So the people who have early access, they're gonna have a head start before everybody else, which is not really fair, because well, they were also, early holders like everybody else. And why do they have to pay an extra $100 just to have early access to their tokens that they have already spent money on, and they've been waiting for like 9 months for this? If you want to even have an earlier access, have an even earlier head start, you have to pay more money for that. So I don't know. It just seems like it's really unfair. They're trying to squeeze more money out of their holders. That's what it looks like. And the casino's not even like for sure. And that brings me to my other point. Okay. And this right here, people might take as FUD, and that's fine, is that the casino could happen and also could not happen. And also they're not obligated to make the casino at all. In fact, they're not obligated to do anything. All right. Any of their projects, they're not obligated to actually deliver on any of their projects. And I'm going to show you that here. Okay, under Whitepaper, it even says this under Whitepaper. So if you go under Whitepaper of Big Guys, you guys can see here, you can just scroll all the way to the bottom and you guys can download it. It's on their website. And if you go all the way down here to where it says disclaimer, all right, there's a lot to read here, but I'm only going to just pick this one spot right here where it says Big Guys coin utility or the project described in this white paper are not guaranteed to be delivered. Let me repeat that again, guys. All right, the Big Guys coin utility or the project described in this white paper are not guaranteed to be delivered. They can make promises, they can do, whatever they say they're going to do, and at the end it's here in the disclaimer that they don't have to do any of it. They're not obligated to deliver anything. It's not guaranteed to deliver anything, and it's just like that. Okay, so that's one thing that we need to keep in mind as well in this pre-sale. And again, take this however you like. Take this if you guys want to take this as FUD, that's fine. I'm just trying to be real here. I'm just trying to be realistic and show you guys, because at the end of the day, the choice is yours. You guys do whatever you guys want. It's your money, all right? But yeah, just keep that in mind that as the project goes, they don't really have to fulfill any of their roadmaps. And if you guys notice, what I've noticed is that sometimes they'll make changes, but they don't make it official on their Twitter. They only make certain changes, announcements on their Telegram. And I always wonder why they only do that on their Telegram and they don't really make these updates on their social media accounts or on their website. And if they do, it takes a really long time for them to actually update that here as well. For example, on this right here, the step guide, they changed it from the 12 to the 13, but they never really make this announcement on their website or Twitter. They only make this change on their Telegram. It's if it's something really important, you should make it noticeable for everybody so that everybody can be in the same page on all the different channels. All right, whether that's YouTube, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right? Whatever, and Telegram. But don't just limit those updates to Telegram. You guys should make those updates for everybody, because there could be holders that perhaps they don't follow these updates on Telegram, and they only follow Twitter, or they only follow their website. So I think it's best, as a best practice, is to update everything, all the different channels, so that everybody can be in the same page. But there you go, guys. Share your thoughts. What do you guys think about all of this? What are your expectations for launch for this token as we're getting close? There's only pretty much like 2 days left, 48 hours before you're able to like claim these tokens. And then also when it's getting ready to launch, we still do not know the time, but imagine the time that this token it is listed on Poloniex or OKX or Uniswap. It happens to be between the early claimers and then the normal time claimers. It happens like somewhere here in between, like 18 hours, 20 hours UTC. Like, it's gonna be a mess. But yeah, share your thoughts down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of your support. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And also hit the bell so you never miss another video, another update. And share this video. Perhaps this video can help somebody as well, another holder that you know. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.